What's up, everybody? I'm going to be reviewing the newly released Enterbay Scottie Pippen, which was released in Japan at the Toy Fair. And since I figured not too many people had been able to see it, thought it'd only be fair to post a quick review, as this is not usually my forte. But let's get into it. I'm just going to be reviewing this on 4 categories: the packaging, the likeness of Scottie Pippen, the articulation on him, and the accessories that he comes with. So this is going to be a little different, but this is kind of just a quick review of what I'm going to do about it. Let's just get a little closer just so you can see him. He's a beautiful collectible. Let's see what you guys think. Got him in a nice dunk pose up in the air. This guy's one of my favorite guys in the NBA. Obviously he's retired, Hall of Famer. And him and Jordan are the holy grail of my collection right now. So come along. So the first category is the packaging. It's right next to him. Very similar to the Michael Jordan. I think it was like a Series 2. So it's all red for the Bulls. Got his number and his signature on it. It's just very clean looking. Got Enterbay at the top. NBA logo here. Move it to the side. This is Pippen on there. This is an iPhone, so sorry, but this is as good as it's gonna get. You got the back. You got all the makers, I guess. Don't choke on them. All that sorts of good stuff that all of my favorite reviewer guys say. Other side just shows NBA. So that's how it looks from the outside. Give me a second and I'll bust the packaging open for you guys. Alright, so let's open them up. It's got a magnet like the other ones. I'm actually a big fan of Enterbay's packaging. I think it's so sleek. So basically here, obviously I got the standout and stuff, but you got all the hands. You got the championship, the Larry O'Brien trophy. Here on the side they give you this nice paper, little tissue paper. Basically, nice little Scottie Pippen number 33 Bulls packaging. You take this sucker out. So that's just kind of how it looks. Nice packaging. Here he comes with all his outfit, with his jersey and stuff, and his socks and armbands. Now I've taken the home jersey stuff out already because that's what he's wearing, obviously. He does have his black socks there that I believe goes with the red finals jersey from the 96-98 era. So let me move that out of the way real quickly. Just want you guys to see what it looks like. So in here, here's the instructions. I'm just going to keep everything there, obviously. So this is where the figure would be underneath this one last piece. I still got the second head sculpt here. Take that out. Don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm doing. Stupid iPhone. Alright, well, I'll get a better look at it here. I just wanted to show that. Keep that there. Now, got this. So we got the Pippen 2s. Now they are missing the Nike sign, I'm sure, for trademark purposes, but I was a fan of the Pippen 2s. Obviously, he's wearing the Arab tempos although it definitely does not say air on there either, but still cool. But yeah, basically that's the packaging. When I got it, I was like a kid in the candy store. Just love all the stuff that it comes with it. But this is basically what it is. It's pretty cool. Obviously, he comes actually naked, which was kind of throwing me off. And I know that the Iverson is also the same way. So if they got more than one outfit, they let you decide what you want to put on them, which I think is a cool idea. Although my wife makes fun of me that I'm playing with Barbies now, but she just doesn't understand. Alright, so for packaging, I am going to give it a 4 out of 5. Now, this is out of 5, yeah, I didn't mention that. The reason why I give it a 4 basically is because I prefer to at least have a picture of Pippen. I'm a big fan of that. I love the red and the style of it because it is similar to the other ones, but I prefer to at least have a nice picture because I got the Series 1 Jordan, has Jordan on it. I think it looks awesome. So yeah, I would definitely prefer having Pippen on there. But beyond that, this really, I mean, you pretty much could give it a 5 out of 5. But I'm going to be a little nitpicky on it. So let's move on to the next category. Alright, so let me just review this real quickly on the likeness of Pippen. I think it looks pretty spot on, to be honest. Now, to be fair, there are just some angles where he just looks goofy. I'm sure that's why people have said that he just looks weird, but you know, in just my opinion, compared to the Storm toys, this one is legit. Like, look at that. That is just, man, his hair. Obviously, who cares? You know, what was hair? But no, even that looks really clean. Now, this is the head sculpt that I prefer. It's basically a mouth open sculpt. Both head sculpts are very similar, so a lot of people are like, what's the difference? But the minor difference is the kind of open mouth sculpt and a closed mouth one. I think he looks a little angrier in this one too, which just looks more fierce when he's dunking. And you know, Pippen is a very unique guy, looking at wise at least, and you know, they did pretty well on this. Look at that. That's clean. Just give me a second, I'll get the other one, the other head sculpt. Alright, so this is the second head sculpt. And I know you're saying this is the exact same thing, but trust me, there is a difference. His mouth is fully closed on this one. But again, just, man, he's got that fade, that Pippen fade. Bony cheekbones, the nose. That's clean. I mean, the Jordan was a perfect head sculpt in my opinion, especially the closed mouth one, but this is a close second in my opinion, much better than what people were led to believe on, I think. Give me a second and I'll show both of them at the same time next to each other. Alright, so this is them side by side. The one on the right here, you can see part of his teeth, I guess. A little more open mouth. But again, if you tell me they're the same sculpt, I ain't really going to try to argue with you. They are different though, slightly. But both of them I'm a big fan of. Really, you could go with either one because they are very similar looking. I do wish they would have came with like more distinct differences on the head sculpts, but I mean, Enterbay be knocking these head sculpts out of the park in my opinion. So for the likeness, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, where I think Jordan was perfect, spot on. Pippen, I'll give a 4 out of 5 because you get some weird angles and it's like, yo, what happened to Pippen? Oh, there he is. Like my little daughter would say. But yeah, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. It's just only be fair to show you guys what I think and just give my opinion. They're both cool though. Alright, on to articulation. It's an Enterbay figure, so you know what it comes with. It's 30 points of articulation. which means you could do basically almost anything that you want. The double jointed knees help on the legs. Got him in this new pose. Kind of, he's, you know, he was the ball handler for the team some of the times, so he could play like a point guard, but you know, he was able to defend all the positions. You know, he was one of the leaders on the team next to Jordan, so you know, he ran the offense almost better than Jordan because he had a point guard's mentality. So I have him just kind of in a pose where he's running across, trying to, I guess, push the fast break. I just think it looks pretty cool like this. Just kind of came up with it right now to change it up from the dunk pose just so everyone could see. You know, it's kind of more articulated, I guess, in this pose, so it works for the review right now. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Now everyone hates the way the knees look. You know, it's a 1/6 scale figure, and he's wearing shorts. You know, you're not going to be able to hide the double jointed knees. Now, I think for Jordan, double jointed elbows would have worked better because of his creative dunks. With Pippen, I'm not too mad about it though. I think it looks really cool. Obviously, he's got the 33 on the left armband. That works pretty well, and in his career, he switched it from his right to his left. But again, you know, just going for the 96, 98 era look. I saw him with it on the left-hand side for the most part. And as you can see here, you know, even with his arm holding the ball, it doesn't look too bad or anything. And I mean, you can get him in all the poses that you really want to, but I mean, just get a little closer look. You can see him, he's ready to charge. This would look great in a Detolf cabinet. So yeah, you know, just trying to be fair with this. I'd say a 4 out of 5 for articulation. I mean, when you get 30 points, you could basically do a lot. But if you want to be that nitpicky, I could see someone saying, well, you can't do it all on it. So I think a 4 out of 5 is fair enough. Alright, so if I switch to one more pose and go into the accessories, just so you could see everything all at once. Alright, so just wanted to move on to the accessories. Got him here standing in a pretty much neutral position. He is holding the Larry O'Brien trophy. Actually fits in his hand. I didn't think I'd be able to do that with one hand. And I'm sure it's heavy that you probably need 2 hands, but you know, whatever. Just so that you could see everything. So obviously in the back, as you saw before, it's the second outfit that he comes with. So he comes with his jersey. He's got his tights underneath, the black ones that have number 33 on it as well. Larry O'Brien trophy is the same as all the other ones, but still looks cool for what it is. The stand is awesome, just like all the other ones. Probably the most dynamic stands that I have come across. And they just work perfect for these Enterbay figures. But yeah, so you know, you have one hand here. Ugh, terrible. You can hold the ball with the magnet. He's got the 2-fisted hands. What's pretty cool is he has a hand where he can hold on to an Enterbay rim. That is cool. And, you know, with his right hand was his dunk hand the majority of the time. You got the magnet hand for the left, and you got the shooting hand left, and the outstretched hand when he was dunking, very similar to Jordan. So you got the second head sculpt that comes with it, and the Pippen 2s. So overall, you get a lot of bang for your buck. When you get 2 head sculpts, more than 1 shoes, 2 outfits, a Larry O'Brien trophy, sorry, and obviously the basketball, it's a trifecta. You know, I don't know why it would be a trifecta, but you know what I'm saying. It's you get everything that you would want from an NBA figure. So I ain't mad at that either. So Obviously this is all subjective and it's just my opinion, but definitely accessories, I'd give it a pretty easy 5 out of 5. Alright, so overall this guy's gonna get a 17 out of 20, which is a great score. Can't say enough good things about him. I think a lot of people thought that maybe he wasn't going to turn out as good as they had hoped, but I'm here to tell you that the hype was real. Enterbay basically nailed this out of the park, just like they did with Jordan. Last pose here, he's just shooting his shot. He was great from 3, great from 2. Just ecstatic to have him in my collection, and he's gonna look great next to my Jordan. They're gonna look really good together. Highly recommend anybody to get it. Just want to give a shout out to TimSent88. Google him. He's the one that hooked it up for me out there in Japan. Much appreciated, my friend. He took care of the packaging for me. Like I said, just Google it. I'm sure you'll find his store. So yeah, for anyone that was on the fence about getting him, I say get him now. But yeah, I mean, you can't say enough good things about Pippen as a player, Hall of Famer, and to have him in 1/6 scale is you know, every collector's dream come true. So maybe in the future I would get Rodman to get the, you know, the big three, so to speak. But really it was just all about Pippen and Jordan for me. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this wasn't too annoying on my iPhone. Much appreciated. Get him though. Pippen is the real deal.